Welcome to this video on the topic of simplifying algebraic fractions. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 examples of how you can go about simplifying algebraic fractions that are a little bit complicated. So in example 1 here, we've got the addition followed up by the multiplication of algebraic fractions. Example 2, we've got some subtraction in brackets followed up by some multiplication. And then finally in example 3, we've got some more subtraction followed up by some division. So all of these examples here, they look pretty complicated, but in actuality they're no more complicated than what we've already been doing in the last few examples. So the way in which we tackle expressions or simplification of expressions like these is we simply look back to BEDMAS. So brackets, exponents, followed up by division and multiplication, and then finally addition and subtraction. So long as we follow the process of BEDMAS here, we always end up on top when we're trying to simplify these sort of fractions. Now, example 1, we have 2 over 3x plus 4 plus 2 over x plus 2, all multiplied by 3 over 4 times 2x plus 3. The first step in simplifying this sort of fraction is we have to do what's inside the brackets here. So the brackets come first, so we've got to do this first. So 2 over 3x plus 4 plus 2 over x plus 2. So simplifying that out, we're going to get, we have to make them both the common denominator. So we'll go 3x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 2. So we bring the two denominators together. And then we are going to sort out the numerators. So the first numerator, it's going to be 2, and our operation will be plus, and we're going to go times. So we get our 2 here, we put it down here, and then we go for the second denominator, so x plus 2. Now the second term in our numerator will be a 2. So the 2 comes from this one here. And then we're going to multiply it by the first denominator. So 3x plus 4. And they're still all inside brackets. Next step, we still have to try and simplify what's up here in the first or within the brackets. So looking at that, the denominator, we don't want to expand anything out just yet because it makes a complicated mess. Rather, what we'll do is we'll expand out the numerator because we're still going to get linear terms, and then we'll see if we can do some factorization to clean it up. So we're going to get 2x plus 4 plus 6x plus 8 and that's all going to be over this, like so, and we've still got to take care of the multiplication. Now we'll collect like terms in the numerator inside the brackets. So we're going to get 8x plus 12. Then that's going to be over this. All multiplied by 3 over 4 times 2x plus 3. Okay, we're making progress. Now, next step is I'm going to factorize the numerator. We're going to get a common factor of 4. So take out the 4, we're left with 2x plus 3. And then that's all under this. And now that we've got a singular fraction here, we can multiply it. So drop the parentheses and multiply it out like so. And fractional multiplication, we multiply the numerators together, and then we multiply the denominators together. So it's simply a matter of writing it as 4, then 2x plus 3. Then we throw in the second numerator like so. Then we're going to go 3x plus 4 and x plus 2. Then we've got a 4 in the mix, followed by a 2x plus 3, like so. Expand that out. Just getting a little bit more space. We are now going to have a look if there's any double up between the numerator and denominator. So look for the common factors. So we've got a 4 over here and a 4 over here. Furthermore, we have 2x plus 3 over here and 2x plus 3 over here. And that seems to be all we've got. So now what we can do is we can cancel the common factors between numerator and denominator. And hence we're left with 3x plus 4, x plus 2. And then that's all over 3. So some take-home messages are that we don't expand the denominator. Don't expand the denominator. And we expand the numerator, but we also collect like terms because it's going to allow us to get a simpler expression. So going from top to bottom, nothing to it. So simply follow the steps involved in BEDMAS. So first do your brackets, then do your addition and subtraction inside the brackets, and then follow it up with some multiplication. So just follow BEDMAS and you'll end up on top. Alright, example 2. We've got a similar style problem. We've got 3 over 2x minus 3, take 2 over 5x plus 2, and all of that is multiplied by 4x minus 6 all over 11x minus 12. The process involved here is first we have to take care of the inside of the brackets. And what that will look like is, well, we're going to go multiply the two denominators together. So 2x minus 3 multiplied by 5x plus 2. And the operation we're doing is subtraction. So I'll throw that in. And our first numerator is 3. And it's going to be 3 multiplied by the second denominator, 5x plus 2. So now our second term in the numerator is 2. And we're going to multiply it by the first denominator in the fraction. So we'll get 2x minus 3. And then we'll have some brackets here. We technically don't need them anymore, but we'll put them in to be explicit. We're going to have the 4x minus 6. And that's all over 11x minus 12. Now the next step is we need to simplify the numerator. Expand and simplify. 3 times 5x is 15x. Plus 6, take, then we're going to have a, well, we'll go plus minus 4x plus, and then we're going to get a double negative, negative 2 multiplied by minus 3, and that will come out to be plus 6. So you've got to be careful of the minus in here. It's going to be minus 2 times 2x plus minus 2 times minus 3. And now that's all over. Ooh. Okay, now next step is we need to collect like terms and simplify the numerator. So 15x minus 4x, that's going to be 11x. And then the two 6's will stack to become 12. And then that's all going to be over this here. Then we can throw in the times. We'll get rid of the brackets because we're going to go for times anyway. And when we're dealing with algebraic multiplication, we multiply across the numerators and denominators like so. And when we do that, we have these implied brackets there. So the lazy way to do this is simply rewrite everything next to each other. So we'll start with the denominator. Just write the brackets all compacted next to one another. Take the easiest route possible. And we'll do the same for the denominator. 11x plus 12. And then we'll go 4x minus 6, like so. Alright, now let's have a look. Is there anything in common? So we've got 11x plus 12 and 11x minus 12 over there. Possibly a mistake. Okay. So we can't cancel those out. I think it was likely a problem when I wrote the question. Anyway, we'll have to leave those. So we can't cancel that out. So we need to look, is there anything in common here? And at this point in time, the answer is no, there's not. But if we look at the factors that we have, perhaps we can simplify what's inside the brackets. And the one that comes in mind that I can see is the 4x minus 6. These numbers here, they're not prime. In fact, both of them are composite numbers. So there's likely going to be a common factor between the two. Now, if we simplify it out, we're going to find that the 4x minus 6, we can take out a common factor of 2, and therefore we'll leave behind 2x minus 3. And therefore we're going to use a different color. We're going to get this 2x minus 3 here and the 2x minus 3 here. They're going to cancel out. And I just do the highlighting there so it's evident. We'll get a cancelling of this, and therefore the final result is going to be, and I'll shuffle the 2 in front like so, 11x plus 12 and it's all over 5x plus 2 times 11x minus 12. So simply, once again, follow the process involved in BEDMAS and you always come out with a simpler answer here. Notice that I'm not expanding the numerators and the denominators once I've simplified everything. Reason being is that when we start expanding, say the denominator for example, we're going to get non-linear or a non-linear expression down there. And simply when we're working with fractions, we want to keep our results in the most compact or the most digestible format possible. And in that case, it's actually leaving it inside its factorized form. So imagine if we multiplied this out again by another fraction. So perhaps if we multiplied this by, say, 1 over 2, then we could cancel the 2's like so. So it's always a good idea to leave your answer in its factorized form unless the question explicitly tells you not to. Alright, example 3. We've got 3 over 3x plus 5, take 2 over 5x plus 2, all divided by 9x minus 4 all over 6 plus 15x. Now, the first thing I'm going to do with this is Actually, we've got a few choices on what we can do that won't affect the answer. The first thing I'd want to do is I want to get rid of this division here because I really don't like division. I only like doing multiplication, don't like division at all. So what we can do is we can flip this second fraction about and change the division symbol to a times. So I'll move that down there. Then we will flip, go to times. So you could have gone for the fraction first, or you could have gone for this first. In this case, I just chose this first because I don't like divide. Now, second part, we have to take care of the brackets. So what's inside the brackets? Now, the process involved in that is the same as what we've been doing in all the other questions. We simply multiply the two denominators together, like so. And then similarly, we modify the numerators. So the operation is subtract. The first numerator is 3 times the second denominator, 5x plus 2. And then the second term in our numerator is the 2 multiplied by the first denominator, which is 3x plus 5. And then we've got times 6 plus 15x all over 9x minus 4. Alright, now next step is we're going to simplify we're going to open the brackets, so expand brackets and collect like terms in the numerator inside the brackets. So that's going to look like 15x plus 6 minus, then we're going to we'll go plus minus 6x plus minus 10. Notice I'm doing the plus and minuses. Reason being, if I write a plus and then I go for the minus 6x, it's an easy way to remember that we're multiplying by minus 2. So I'm less likely to, say for example, forget the minus and just throw in a 10. Just a strategy I use. You don't have to do it, but I'd recommend it. Then down in the denominator, we've got exactly what we had before. Like so. Then we're multiplying it out by this factor here. Okay, now we need to collect like terms. So I just go the convenient way. $15x take 6x is 9x, and then plus 6 plus minus 10 is going to be minus 4. And we'll just throw some implied brackets in there for what comes next, because we're about to multiply across numerator and denominator. So this is going to look like, downstairs we'll go 3x plus 5, 5x plus 2, 9x minus 4. Then upstairs, we're going to get 9x minus 4 multiplied by 6 plus 15x. Okay, now let's look for the doubling up of factors for what we can see. We've got 9x minus 4 and 9x minus 4, so they got to go. That leaves us with 6 plus 15x, and we might be tempted to leave it there, but if we look at 6 plus 15x, we know that we can simplify this as a common factor of 3 within the 6 and the 15. So let's factorize the numerator. So we'll take out the 3 and go 2 plus 5x, 3x plus 5, and then 5x plus 2. And perhaps you can see it, or perhaps you can't see it just yet. If you look at the factors 2 plus 5x and 5x plus 2, they're actually equivalent to one another in that we can rewrite them as the same. So 2 plus 5x is the same as 5x plus 2. So we can rearrange the terms. Order of terms inside brackets. So doing that, we're going to get, we'll put the x's first, so we'll get 5x plus 2 be all over 3x plus 5, 5x plus 2, and then it's a common factor, they gotta go, and thus the result is 3x plus 5 all over 3, and we'll get rid of the brackets altogether on the bottom. So what we managed to do was simplify 3 over 3x plus 5, take 2 over 5x plus 2, all divided by 9x minus 4, all over 6 plus 15x. We got this entire expression down here, simplified straight down to 3 over 3x plus 5. So not bad at all. In hindsight, the way in which we can take care of problems like this is simply follow BEDMAS. So take care of your brackets, then do your division and multiplication, and then do your addition and subtraction. So brackets, we look inside the brackets here, we have an addition, so we go from the brackets into the addition, and then once our brackets are done, we go back up to the top and we see some multiplication, so multiply these two guys together. So nothing to it.